Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Halos coming off a three-city odyssey, and they return home, second to the last homestand of the 2018 campaign. Tonight, the Angels welcome in their division rival Texas Rangers. It's the opener of a three-game set. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and earlier today it was announced that Shohei Ohtani named the American League Player of the Week, and Gubi, very deserving honor for the second time this year.
Yeah, this week was certainly worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. What Shohei Ohtani did this entire week. When you think about the news earlier in the week for Shohei, he says, you know what, I don't like bad negative news. I want to swing the bat, and he certainly swung the bat exceptionally well for the week. .474 batting average with 10 RBI, 4 home runs. His launch angle was outstanding. A couple of those home runs against left-handed pitching, so he was locked in throughout, mixing a double, mixing a triple, mixing some stolen bases. He was using his wheels. He was doing it all. Shohei Ohtani, and a dynamic offensive player this week.
And even with Mike Minor, left-hander, on the mound for the Texas Rangers, Shohei is back in the lineup, batting in the number 5 spot. Just talking about the completed road trip. The Angels 7-3, trying to build some momentum, trying to get to, if not 500, at least over 500.
Yeah, Victor, they swung the bats very well. They pitched exceptional baseball, especially to starters when you look at their ERA during that stretch of 10 games. A 1.92 ERA. They averaged a little over 4, almost 4.5 runs per game, 11 home runs during that stretch. They played out some outstanding defense, too. Overall team ERA in ballparks that are very offensive friendly down there in Houston, Texas, and Chicago. So they threw the ball very well, relied on their defense. They made some great plays, but they swung the bats well at the right moment and hit some big flies. The bullpen was great. Starters even better.
Well, one youngster certainly made a name for himself this year, Jaime Barria. He pitched well on the road trip. He is getting the start tonight, opposite of Mike Minor. We're just about ready for baseball here in Southern California. Sit back, relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
Beautiful night for baseball here at the Big A. 73 degrees, cool and mild, and very little breeze here as the Angels kick off their second to last homestand. 3 against Texas, 4 against the Seattle Mariners. Then they will go back out on the road to play the Oakland Athletics and the Houston Astros, and then they will wrap up the 2018 campaign here at the Big A. Texas comes back for another 3 games. And in the final 3 games of the season against the Oakland Athletics. That still may mean something for Oakland at that point.
By the way, how long was this past road trip? When we left, it was still light at this time of day. Now all of a sudden it's a little bit darker at 7 o'clock. It's amazing how long that road trip was. It's been a very successful one.
Yeah, and you've got to build off of that, and just good things here in the somewhat of a lost season for the Angels. Still watching these young kids perform at the major league level and get the experience, which is good to see, and especially this young man right here in Jaime Barria. Let's take a look at the Rangers lineup brought to you by City National Bank. Jeff Bannister's team at 61 and 82 in the season will have Delino DeShields leading things off at center field. Shin-Soo Choo is at right. Elvis Andrus the shortstop. Adrian Beltre the cleanup hitter at DH. Jerickson Profar at third. It's Joey Gallo at left. Robinson Chirinos behind the plate. Ronald Guzman at first base, and Hanser Alberto getting to start tonight at second base. And no Mazzara and no Rougned Odor in the lineup for the Texas Rangers. Jaime Barria is on the mound for the Angels. This will be his 23rd start of the season. He's 10-8 with a 3.30 ERA.
He's thrown the ball very well this entire season, especially against the Rangers. My go-tos, though, for Barria to be successful once again against this Ranger lineup is get a lot of chases with that slider. It's been a very effective pitch for him when he's been on top of that pitch, that downward action, sideward action with his slider has been very good. And also use that changeup to get some soft contact ground ball outs. Been very effective for him between the 2 pitches. Batting average at 195 versus slider and changeup.
Take a look at the Angels defense brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf, and the same outfield the Angels have had for the last couple of games. And Upton, Trout, and Calhoun from left to right. The infield with Ward and Simmons on the left side. It's Fletcher and Fernandez on the right side. Jose Briseño behind the plate.
As much as we talk a lot about the offense and the pitching of late, it's really the defense, and led by that man right there, Anderson Simmons. 70 defensive runs saved since 2016. That leads all major league infielders in that category. He has turned involved in 105 double plays. Simba has been outstanding at shortstop again.
Halos took 2 of 3 from the Texas Rangers last week at Globe Life Park. See if they can keep it rolling here tonight as Delino DeShields is ready to step in and lead things off for Texas. Angels return home. They are even 500 in their home ballpark this season at 34 and 34. Ward playing in third. Fernandez just a little bit behind, even with the bag at first base. First one tonight is up and in for ball 1. Shields hitting .208. 2 home runs, 22 runs batted in, a .307 on base percentage. Very good speed. That'll even up the count at a ball and a strike. Last start for Barria was against Texas on the 5th. Picked up the W. No runs, 2 hits, 5 innings of work, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks through just 79 pitches. There's 1-1. Looked like he went around.
It's a good slider once again.
Tipped it. Sorry. 1-2. Yeah, first start of his major league career on April the 11th at Texas. A lot of change-ups because that was his bread and butter, but a lot more sliders as the seasons progress. There's another one. That one just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's real close to that strike zone. Trip Gibson saw that pitch. Just a little bit off the plate. That was a good call for him.
Slow windup. 2-2. Out to right. Cole has to race over. He was shading DeShields toward the line. He'll make the catch for the first out. American military personnel serving overseas are watching this game on AFN, the American Forces Network. Welcome to those in countries around the world. Aboard naval ships at sea, and we thank you for your service.
Yeah, if you're going to try to get the Shields to hit the ball in the air, you want to get them to hit the other way like that. Cole able to run that one down.
Here's Shin-Soo Choo. 272 batting average.
He's got pretty good numbers against. He's seen the ball very well against Berea, one of the few in the lineup that has.
Swinging first pitch. Skies went out to right center. Ball's got a little carry to it. Taking Calhoun back to the track. I don't think that ball's going to get that far. 2 down.
Hyundai key for this game today for the Halos to carry that momentum from this very successful road trip. Go a little John Denver tonight. Back home again. Be able to carry some momentum here back home after that very successful road trip. Going old school.
Two quick outs for Berea.
I think Mike Trout liked that one. Bring
Think
it
so?
to John Denver. Yeah, oh yeah.
You can just tell by that reaction.
Yeah.
He sold it.
Yes.
First one to Elvis. You guys are pretty tight because I sure didn't get that read.
Little smile.
You're reading between the lines, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis hitting 266. 6 home runs, 31 RBIs. Ball and a strike. Staying away. Misses. 2-1. You mentioned Trip Gibson's calling the balls and strikes. Brian Gorman's the crew chief at first base. Adrian Johnson at second. And Nick Lentz at third. The crew for this 3-game set.
And you see that outstanding ERA, 0.86 for Berea against the Rangers.
2-1. Ground ball to short. Angelton Simmons was off yesterday. It's tested here in the first, and it's typical symbol. 1-2-3 first for Berea. Top of the first inning. We'll check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for game number 144. We mentioned that they are a game under 500 at 71 and 72. It'll be Cole Calhoun leading things off at right. David Fletcher at second. Mike Trout is in center. Justin Upton, the cleanup hitter, in left. Ohtani at DH. Angelton Simmons, the shortstop. Taylor Ward at third. Jose Miguel Fernandez at first base. And Jose Briseño rounding out that starting nine. Of course, he's behind the plate. It's the 30-year-old left-hander native of Chapel Hill, Tennessee, making his 26th start. Mike Minor's on the mound for Texas.
Yeah, pretty good fastball. 91, 95, also a slider, cutter, occasional curveball, and changeup. My go-tos to be successful against him this evening, though, is you got to turn on that heater in, especially middle in. He'll try to cut that fastball in. That's why you got to be ready. And the other way approach on his off-speed pitches. Pretty successful numbers on his off-speed pitches this season for Minor.
Minor picked up the win, the only win that Texas had in that 3-game set last week. On the fourth, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, 5 innings of work. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk through 91 pitches. Second start against the Angels this season. Call it 223. Swinging first pitch over to Guzman. Takes it himself. 1 down. Check out the Rangers on the defensive side of things. Looks like this with Gallo to Shields and Chu in the outfield from left to right. Profar, Andrews, Alberto, Guzman from third to first. Chirinos behind the dish.
And the Shields out in center field. The center field really good get a baseball though. This season, a few more errors than he had last year. His entire season only had 2 errors, 5 errors this season. But he's a guy that we've seen over the years really can get to a baseball in the gaps very, very well.
Fletcher hitting .282, 16 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 25 RBIs. 0 for 5 game yesterday. The Angels had just 5 hits. They picked up the victory 1-0. An interesting game to say the least. And then it was a 1-0 game. They combined for 10 hits. They combined for 28 strikeouts. And it was 3 hours and 17 minutes. 10 total pitchers being used. That's a 1-0 game in today's game. But when you're on that side of the equation with the old dub piece,
yes, you're okay.
You're all right. It was a great.
Time is okay that way.
Yeah, didn't even feel like 3-7. Felt like more like 3:15. 2-1.
Maybe 3:15 and a half.
3 balls and a strike.
Good play in the outfield by Justin Upton. A big at bat and an RBI single by Cole.
Trout on deck. 3-1 pitch. Fletcher takes a strike. Still amazing to me that with the new collective bargaining agreement, now we're in the 2nd season of it, that they did not address the whole September roster situation. Just seems to change the complexion of the game after playing the one set of rules for 5 months. Bouncer fouled at the plate.
And you're seeing a lot of managers this time of the year too, getting some of those younger pitchers on the expanded roster an opportunity to pitch in some key moments.
Yep.
Especially yesterday for the White Sox, for that matter. Rick Renteria really had that bullpen working.
Yep. Put me down as not a fan of 40 mans in September.
Mike Scioscia's not a huge fan either.
3-2. That's out to right. Chu racing over toward the foul line. Makes the catch. 2 down. Don't get me wrong, I like to see the young players, but again, I think it just goes back to the integrity of the schedule. If it's 162 games, you play with a 25-man roster for a long, grueling 5 months.
Yep.
You should somewhat maintain the same. I thought they'd go to like a 26 or 27-man roster throughout the entire season, and name a 25-man roster nightly, and kind of carry that over into September.
Get those extra players just in case the following day if you use too many.
Kind of a taxi squad situation. Here's Trout down and in.
Remember, Trout was hit by a pitch by Minor, a very similar one like that. He's coming back inside once again.
He pulls this one down the left field line and he hooks foul. Ball and a strike. Trout hitting .316. 33 home runs, 68 RBIs.
And what a series he had in Chicago.
He had 2 of the 5 hits for the Angels yesterday. Check swing bouncer.
That's going to be a hit.
Foot race. Guzman to Minor, not in time. The old excuse me base hit. Justin Upton picked up an RBI in similar fashion the other night.
And Jeff Bannister generally will check a lot of plays, close plays. It probably will just in case, but look like Trout. Once the commitment was made by Guzman to go for that baseball, it was going to be a very difficult play. And it was a lot closer than I even thought it would be, but they're not challenging it. Trout with another hit. Pretty good feed. Guzman a little bit of a lead trying to find the base, but Trout gets that foot down just before the baseball in the glove for Minor. Good play though by the 2 of them. Everyone keeps asking, well, Mike Trout ever bunt? Well, that was about as close as a bunt there'll be from Mike Trout, and he beat it out.
Hope you enjoyed that. Here's Upton. Justin hitting .262 with 26 home runs, 77 runs batted in.
turn that one over.
Well, last 12 at bats for Mike Trout, 9 hits. That's seeing the ball pretty well.
Check in on him.
Miners allowed 8 stolen bases in 10 attempts, so you can steal against the lefty. Trinos has had a tough time throwing out base stealers.
1-1. Sky to left center. Gallo drifting over. As it's DeShields taking charge, makes the catch. The Angels are done here in the first. We're off to the second, but no score. Eight 796 Halo. Go to angels.com/season seats to become a 2019 season seat holder. Scoreless, top of the second. Perea with a 1-2-3 first. Missing Adrian Beltre, Jurickson Profar, Joey Gallo. Beltre, the DH, hitting .279. 12 home runs, 55 runs batted in. 474 career home runs. 3,153 career hits. It's 2-0. Good off speed. 2-1. Not too many guys nowadays go with the wind up over the head. Perea still does it.
I think it's a good thing to do because you really create deception if you can keep balance over the pitching rubber. A lot of times you're seeing a lot of starters doing it now from almost at that stretch position because of the balance issue over the pitching rubber.
And a walk to start off the second. Very careful approach to Adrian Beltre.
Look at Arcia drive to success and what the starters did on this past 10-game road trip. Second best all time as far as 10 or more games on a road trip. Back in 1964, 13 games at a 1.85 ERA, but this 10-game road trip, 1.92 in some pretty hitter-friendly ballparks. Outstanding effort for the starters on this past road trip.
There's Profar, the third baseman. Takes outside. 253 average for Profar. 32 doubles. 16 home runs. He's driven home 70.
Helped having Dean Chance in that rotation in 64.
Yeah. That would work.
Yeah.
Late great Dean Chance.
Yes.
Two balls, no strikes. So after being careful with Beltre, the man's gone away from Berea here.
There's a time when you can use that changeup to get a ground ball and an infielder. He's got 13 double plays turned behind him.
And you got a guy at the plate right now that over his last 5 games just 2 for 17.
And the upper part of the strike zone has been an issue for Berea. It's that fine line of being at the top part of the strike zone and being above it by a considerable amount.
3-0. Back-to-back walks to open the second.
You have a very powerful hitter coming up now. The first mound visit.
I think it all starts with being as tentative as he was against Adrian Beltre. To be perfectly honest with you, as dangerous a hitter as he has been in his career. Not quite the same guy that he was, say, a couple of seasons ago. That's how easily you can kind of fall off track from a release point.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think in terms of the offense has been swinging the bat. I mean, it was a close one yesterday, 1-0 game, but for the most part, on that last road trip, the offense was really swinging it well. 11 home runs. You got to believe even if you make a mistake to Beltre, you're still in position where you know the offense is going to score you a couple runs. But when you put yourself in this situation, you put a big inning going against you.
First pitch change up to Gallo. And I only say that from the standpoint that not only do you put a man on to start the inning, but now you're working for the stretch for the first time. So you've kind of you tweaked a little bit on the release point, and now you're working for the stretch. So it's difficult to kind of find that rhythm again.
After we just talked about bringing those hands over the head as far as the full windup.
0-1 pitch to Gallo, left fielder. Inning 207, 35 home runs, 82 runs batted in. He's 3 for his last 16. Beltre at second, Profar at first. 1-1 pitch.
That's a good breaking ball right there. Take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS with the infield the way it's situated against Joey Gallo at the plate when he hits the ball. Most times he's in that pull mode as far as on the ground. See how what the percentage is, 75% to that right side of the infield when it's on the ground. He's got good power the other way in the air, but most times he's going to try to pull everything.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Just misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of power. Joey Gallo grounded into 3 double plays. But you can't get him to swing and miss. 189 strikeouts. 455 at-bats this year. 2-2, ripped down the right field line, fair ball. Into the corner she goes, hanging breaking ball. Beltre will score. Profar with good speed. He's being waved around, and the throw will go to third base. 2-0 Texas on the Gallo double. Back-to-back walks, comes back to haunt.
And look at the numbers now. That's 84 RBI for Gallo this season. More of a spinning breaking ball. Stayed upstairs and Gallo made him pay for it. Lined it and it stayed fair. We were hoping maybe it would hook foul.
Nobody out of the bat at second. Here's Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos hitting .211, 17 home runs, 58 RBIs. Starting catcher for Texas. Hill Sky went out the left center. Jason Trout back.
Might be deep enough for Gallo to try to tag up.
He's tagging. Throw from Trout is a good one. Gallo, did he come off the base? No, was able to keep the hand on there. Adrian Johnson making the call.
Sure, Mike Sochi going to take a look at that. Trout did a nice job of getting behind this baseball very well, and this arm strength has been very, very good this season. One hop throw to third. Yep, and he's able to keep his hand on all the way through.
First baseman number 67, Ronald Guzman.
One man at third, infield in. With one out here in the second. Guzman, the first baseman, up. 1 ball, no strikes. .235 hitter this year with 14 home runs. That is hammered out to right center. Trout racing back, and he is going to watch this one go. A 2-run blast for Ronald Guzman. 4-0 Texas. 15th home run of the season for Guzman.
And he had that spectacular game in Yankee Stadium earlier this year for the Rangers, and that one to dead center field went a long, long way. That changeup stayed inner half of the plate, and he's been very effective against left-handed hitters. But in this game, the Rangers, the left-handed batters, have really made him pay for it. A double and a home run. Again, it's been the issue really for one issue so far this season for Bree. It's been his inconsistency on that first pitch. And the lowest percentage of first pitch strikes in the American League.
Hanser Alberto, the second baseman tonight. Ahead of the count of 2 balls, no strikes.
He's faced 9 batters. There's 3 times he's thrown a first pitch strike.
I'm sorry, I hate to say this and harp on the issue, but that's what you get for kind of messing around a little bit with the leadoff man. The second inning. Late in the game, I get it. You want to be cautious. Tight game. They can throw you off. Snowballed on him here. And there's the third walk of the inning.
Bring a visit now for Charlie Nagy. It's not real comfortable at all in this inning for Berea. It's been so good. What is 7 strikes at a 22 pitches thrown in this inning?
This after a 1-2-3 first.
And when you put into perspective his numbers against the Rangers this season, excellent ERA. Yeah, 0.86. That's covered 21 innings. Just 1 home run allowed. A home run here in this inning and a double. 4 runs.
There's DeShields. Second at bat, as many innings. Lifted one out to right in the first. One out, a man at first. That front shoulder flying wide open. Missing inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Movement in the Angels pen. Nobody's loosening as of yet or even stretching, and I can tell. 33 pitches, 20 balls. One.
You got a bullpen game potentially tomorrow. Look at a potential bullpen game here this evening. Unless Jaime Barria can get locked back in.
Here's the 1-1. Off-speed pitch in there, 1-2. And now there is some action beginning in the Angels' pen. In case this inning continues to unfold in a poor manner for Jaime Barria. Taylor Cole, first man up. Four 0 Texas. We're in the second. One out. Heads for Alberto over at first base. That's a called strike three. Down goes to Shields. Two down. First strikeout for Jaime.
Stayed on top of this fastball very well. 91-mile-an-hour fastball right on the corner.
Chu also with a fly ball to right field. Saw one pitch, sees one pitch here, past the diving Andrelton Simmons. Pretty good piece of hitting. Alberto will stop at second.
It's never easy to get anything by Simmons at short. The ball was hit very hard by Chu. Even that first at bat, he hit the ball pretty deep right to the wall in right center field. Stayed back on that one well. He's been one of the most consistent hitters in baseball as far as hits the other way this year.
So 2 on, 2 outs. Elvis at the plate. Ninth man to step to the plate. He grounded out to short in the first. Ball and a strike. .29 pitches thrown so far here in the second. Down to wave at that slider.
There's a much better one there for Barria.
Four runs in. 2 men on, 2 outs. Bouncer, the man who started things off with a walk, is on deck. Guzman with a home run, his 15th of the year.
By the way, that was the 54th opposite field hit for Chu on that swing he had.
So maybe pitch him inside.
Yeah, have to.
Bouncer down the line, foul. Reset and do it again at 1-2. Elvis Sanders, the longest tenured active Ranger at the major league level. His major league debut on opening day of 2009. One of the big haul of players coming over from the Atlanta Braves once upon a time from Mark Teixeira. Check swing bouncer. Barria's got it over to Fernandez. That'll do it. 4 runs in for Texas. They lead it as we head to the bottom of the second.
Ohtani against Mike Minor back at September 4th in Texas. Shohei Ohtani, his first career home run versus a left-handed pitcher against Minor in Texas. Drove that one out. A little cutter out over the plate. Drove it out to right center field.
Reigning American League Player of the Week. Ohtani, Simmons, and Ward against Mike Minor. He'll rip this one down the line, but foul. Just out in front of it.
It's like he was ready for something inside.
Last 6 games for Ohtani, 9 for 19. Double home run. Pardon me, triple, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. He's only carried an 1828 OPS over those 6 games.
That's pretty solid.
I think that's good. On the season, he's at 966 OPS. Fell back
inside again, and he was ready again on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Very similar to the fastball he hit out against Rodon in Chicago on Friday. There's 2 career home runs versus lefties happened in the last 4 games because he's getting an opportunity, more and more chances to swing against a left-handed pitcher.
Called strike 3, got him looking. 1 down. First strikeout for Minor.
Doesn't happen real often where Ohtani's not real happy with a call. Wasn't happy with that one. Cutter. I don't blame him.
Here's Andrelton Simmons. Had the day off yesterday, hitting .296. Simba bouncing this one towards short. 2 down.
I think if you're Taylor Ward right now, you got to look at that inside part of the plate, see if you can get some momentum going on the offensive side here. Allow Minor to be able to put up that 0 shutdown inning.
Taylor Ward, a .210 batting average, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs.
Pretty good change up there. Their fastball off the plate in.
Good movement down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. This is pulled down the left field line. Base hit and extra bases. Taylor will turn ahead to second. This will be his 3rd double of his big league career. Comes with 2 outs here in the second.
A little 2-out rally going now. Nice job as far as bringing his hands inside on that pitch by Minor. Cutter in, brings his hands in, lines it into the corner for a double. His 6th extra base hit in the bigs.
Jose Miguel Fernandez, .294 batting average. We've usually seen Jeffrey Marte get to start at first base with a lefty on the mound. Fernandez today gets the start instead.
A little better numbers for lefties versus Minor than righties as far as batting average wise. 250 for lefties, 230 right-handed batters against him. A lot more power numbers though. 18 home runs allowed versus right-handed batters for Minor.
Here's the 1-1. Bouncer toward the middle. Burrow moves over, makes the play. The Angels are done here in the second. 4-0 Texas as we head to the third.
League leaders. I mean, Berea, second as far as Major League rookies, as far as W's this season. Ryan Yarborough for the Tampa Bay Rays with 14. Berea with 10. Shane Bieber, Cleveland with 9. Berea, very, very solid rookie campaign. Second most wins for rookies this season in MLB.
Beltre led things off with a walk, scored one of the 4 runs allowed by Berea in the second. Off speed out to center. Trout racing back, and at the track will haul it in. What a play by Trout. Terrific jump at the last second, timing it perfectly, and absolutely deserving of a tip of the cap.
Yeah, no question, and a thumbs up from Cole Calhoun on that play for Trout. Full speed into the wall. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Just a great route by Mike Trout. Run to the wall, slams into it. Kind of looked like Ertz going back on a pass over the middle.
Who?
Nah, the same. Ertz. His boy.
Excuse you.
Trouty, what a play. He ended the glove but still maintained control against the wall. Zach Ertz is a good friend of yours too, isn't he?
Who?
What are you
now?
Now?
I was waiting for that one. Here's Profar, walked and scored in the second. I think we've been around each other a little too long.
Dean took that to his arm right there.
Dean
the owl.
Benson,
Dean
our
Benson,
stage manager, certainly did.
Yes, he has an owl on his arm
owl
now.
Tattoo,
Yes.
He kept saying who all the time. So
Yes,
I figured, you know what?
Put an owl there.
Get the owl. 1 ball, 1 strike on Profar.
That's a pretty good pitch. Right into that netting.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Profar skying one out to center. A little bit easier play for Trout on this one. A lot of high fly balls already against Berea. 2 down. They join the Angels for Ducks night this Friday, taking on the Seattle Mariners at 7:07. Fans in attendance will receive a celebratory duck call while supplies last. For more information on Ducks night, visit angels.com/promotions. Speaking of duck calls, I think Dean's got a duck call on his arm too.
Yes, he does.
One ball, no strikes. Joey Gallo had a 2 RBI double in the second.
Talked about Gallo last time as far as our Statcast AI powered by AWS. The balls he has hit hard have been really that right side, both on the ground and in the air. That's why you see the defense set up like that with Fletcher, even at outfield grass. He lined that double to right field.
Swing and a miss. Good off speed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still think by the end of the season, although Trout has missed a few games, he's going to be in that conversation for a potential Gold Glove out in center field. That's something he worked on from spring training during the offseason, in better routes, better reads off the bat. He's been very, very good in the outfield this season. The arm's been much better. He's got 4 outfield assists.
A few times we've seen Berea kind of slow the arm motion down on that changeup, almost making sure to keep that ball down against Gallo.
The most effective changeup is trusting the grip on the baseball and throwing the exact same arm speed as your fastball.
Gallo works a 2-out walk, 4th walk issued by Berea. Ranger left fielder's been on board twice now. And Chirino's coming to the plate.
Number 61, Robinson Chirinos.
Scott Verdinsky picking up that call from Charles Nagy. 55 pitches thrown for Berea.
Chirinos lifted 1 out to Trout in the second. Decent lead for Gallo over at first with 2 outs. We'll check in on it.
Berea so far has faced 16 batters in this game. There's 6 times he's thrown a first pitch strike. After watching Andrew Heaney attack that strike zone yesterday ahead of the count throughout the entire game. He's averaged Berea 84 pitches in his last 8 starts. 56 right now.
He's off a good start here to third with getting the 2 fly balls out to Trout. Then walk Gallo, so it gets extended a little bit here.
You see those great numbers. That's over a long period of time. 8 starts, 5-1 with a 2.53 ERA. Very good as far as the ratio of walks to strikeouts, 3-1.
toward right, slicing toward the seats. Cole, long run, but he'll watch it land in there.
Still remember that game he had in New York against the Yankees where he gave up 4 runs early, and the next thing you know, you look up, he was in through the 5th inning. Didn't allow any more runs, and the offense came back. He picked up the W. That's the mindset you have to have as a pitcher, especially a young pitcher. Going to fight your way in the deeper in the game to give yourself a chance to pick up a win.
Upstairs.
Might be one of the situations if Maria is unable to get Chirinos here, he might be out of the game here. Sometimes it's not necessarily how many pitches they throw, it's the stress level and all the pitches thrown throughout this game for Maria in his rookie campaign.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Chirinos as Gallo was on the move. Doesn't matter. That's the 3rd out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. The Angels down 4-0.
Mike Trout.
And before the game, Andrew Heaney was honored for being selected as the Angels' 2018 Roberto Clemente nominee as someone who best represents the game of baseball both on and off the field. Now this season, Andrew has not only been the most consistent and reliable starter for the Angels, but he's also led the charge off the field with chalk visits and his own charity event, the Pup Cup, which was a huge success, raising funds for therapy dogs at Children's Hospital Orange County. Now this is the 2nd time that Heaney's been nominated, and told me it's extremely special to have your name next to a name like Roberto Clemente, and also grateful the Angels provide a lot of opportunities to connect with the community. You can vote for Heaney at MLB.com/Clemente21. And Gooby, you were the Angels nominee in 1997, so how special is that honor?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can always, you want to be able to perform on the field, but what you do off the field and the smiles you can put on so many different faces for fans, family, friends, all those things come into play. And it was really fortunate to be that nominee back in '97 when I was a member of the Angels. I was really proud of that one.
Halos standing 9-1-2 here in the 3rd. Briseño, Calhoun, and Fletcher. Foul back. Jose hitting .250, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Back-to-back starts for him. He went 0 for 2 yesterday with a couple of walks. Missed inside.
Minor pitches inside very effectively, both with his four-seam fastball and his cut fastball. As you can see with that cutter, sometimes he's hit some batters, 7 of them this season.
Two for Minor. Called strike 3. Second strikeout for Minor. Both looking at the first out of the third.
Cutter going back and catching that outside part of the plate, especially after cutter off the inside part. Did a real good job as far as expanding the strike zone.
Former first-round pick of the Atlanta Braves back in 2009 out of Vanderbilt. Arm problems over the years. Pitched with Kansas City. Texas locking him up for a couple of seasons.
He's pretty good pitchers out of Vanderbilt over the years.
Nice piece of hitting by Cole. Picks up his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 2. So Fletcher will come to the play with the man on.
It's been really good when you think about Cole Calhoun's last 26 games, how well he has hit against left-handed pitching, staying back very well, lining the ball the other way. Cole has been outstanding during that stretch. Struggled early against lefties. Last 26 games plus, got a batting average over 300.
Fletcher, fly ball to right field in the first. Right on the corner. Trout on deck. 1 out. All 4 runs for Texas coming into second. Little flare, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Good read by Cole. He was going the whole time. Easily gets to third and travel back with a couple of men on.
And when you have that cutter, you're going to have those flares go against you. And just trying to put the ball in play, and Fletcher does such a good job with that. And with Trout coming to the plate, look what he did in the field. Take a look. We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. The route he took and the sprint speed, a little over 27.2 foot per second to be able to run that one down. Total distance just under 80 feet. It's 79 feet for Trout to run that one down in center field.
Trout had a check swing base hit in the first, so he's 1 for 1. First one, he'll line this with a center field. It's going to hang up for DeShields though, and Cole can't score as DeShields gets the baseball back in. 2 down. That ball was screaming out to DeShields.
And the only way you're going to score on that one is Cole looking into the dugout right now. The only way you're going to score is if you stay back right away. He was going in, and then he had to go back. And DeShields got a pretty good throwing arm. Playing deep enough, I think if Cole gets right back to the bag, he's got a shot. But the momentum going forward for DeShields, 9 outfield assists last season, 6 so far this year.
So Upton bats with 2 men on, 2 outs. Justin a fly ball to center field in his first AB. Breaking ball, bounce to third. So far goes a short way, and the Angels' first opportunity with a man in score, second opportunity with a man in score position. Comes up empty. 4-0 Texas.
Great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the 2 for $2.50 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuit, now at Carl's Jr. And by the 2018 Subaru Forester, a whole lot to love.
Handles down 4-0 as we start the top of the 4th inning. A new pitcher on for the Angels, Jaime Barria. Just didn't have it tonight. 3 innings, 3 hits, including a home run, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 runs all earned. And it is Taylor Coles. This pitching change is brought to you by Purple Bricks. This will be his 13th appearance. 1-2 with a 3.80 earned run average. 26 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 15 hits allowed in 23 plus innings. 8-9-1 coming up for Texas, and Guzman, Alberto, and DeShields. Well, Guzman, a 2-run home run in the second, 15th of the season. Now with 56 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes. Guzman, last year's Texas Rangers minor league player of the year. By the way, the Tom Grieve minor league player of the year.
One of our favorite guys.
Yeah. Just so happens Tom, who's worked a limited schedule of the last couple of years on the broadcast, is in Southern California calling games for the Rangers tonight. This one's popped up to shallow left, up to gives way to he calls off Anderson Simmons. 1 down.
Remember, that's been a big key for those two. That communications is that play in Houston.
1 out, and here comes Hanser Alberto. There's Tom Grieve, Mr. Ranger.
There he is. One of our all-time favorites.
Great guy. Washington Senator. Moved with the ball club in 1972. He's tired of us talking about him. Played for Ted Williams.
We'll still talk about him. Oh, he had some great stories about Ted Williams, huh?
Wow. Became the general manager, then a broadcaster. He's got great stories about a lot of different people, a lot of different things that went on in Texas.
Good golfer too, huh?
Yeah.
Has he ever gotten you on the golf course yet?
No, I've taken his money quite often.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Way to go.
A little flare. Simba's there. We used to do this thing where it'd be a season long. It was myself, and Tom, and another gentleman who worked for the Rangers. But we'd play on the road. And so we had it was almost like a Stableford scoring system. So, pars were worth X birdies, eagles, so on and so forth. And the highest score at the end of the year. We pulled some money in.
Yeah. You win?
Yeah.
So lunch is on you tomorrow?
No. This was.
I know, but you still probably saved a few dollars.
10. It's crazy to think it was 11 years ago I was last in Texas. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
1-0 count on the leadoff man, Delano DeShields. You keep coming up with that sore back excuse, so I'm done asking you to play golf. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Had a week back. You know how long I've had it?
More than a week.
More than a week back. Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. DeShields a fly ball to right and a strikeout. A couple of guys this weekend were bummed out because they got washed out in Chicago.
Yeah.
We're going to play Medina on Thursday.
That's a great track.
Oof. Tell me about it. Beautiful.
There was a lot of rain before we got to Chicago.
Bouncer, glove by Taylor. Has himself a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. Texas still on top.
Minions bringing his best. Certainly did this past week. AL Player of the Week, Shohei Ohtani. 474 batting average, 4 big flies, 10 RBI. On base percentage. Wow. 565 OPS. When you combine the slugging percentage and that on base percentage, 1828 for Shohei Ohtani. Congrats. Second time this season he has won the AL Player of the Week.
Hashtag Ohtani ALROY.
Yes.
Do it now, do it often. Very deserving. American League Rookie of the Year award. Still 3 weeks to play though, as this one is a little bit high.
Mike Scioscia said that today too. Earlier during the pregame show that he felt that Shohei Ohtani has a shot. A real legit shot, and he feels comfortable saying that he deserves it.
2 balls, no strike. Shohei struck out looking. Only 2 strikeouts for Minor.
Scioscia knows a little bit about having a Rookie of the Year on his team. Mike Trout won in 2012.
That is out to right center field, a base hit. DeShields over to try to cut it off. Does so, but Shohei going to keep on running. The throw is cut off, a double for Shohei Ohtani.
He must have heard us campaigning for him. Another extra base hit for Shohei Ohtani, 18th double. 39 extra base hits for Ohtani this season. Brings his hands inside on that fastball again, and he lines it into the gap. Right center field, getting that opportunity against a tough left-handed pitcher. Good swing, good job by DeShields getting in that baseball. If he does it with Ohtani's speed, that's a triple.
Man in scoring position for Andrelton Simmons. Simba, a little flare out toward left center field. Late jump for DeShields with his speed, though, able to track it down, 1 away.
Going back to Mike Scioscia, knowing a little bit about Rookie of the Years, playing in the Dodger organization, playing on that team for a lot of years. So many Rookie of the Years wearing the Dodger uniform when Scioscia was there. Talked about Trout wearing the Angel uniform.
Shohei officially missing 22 games while on the disabled list. It was after having the stem cell and PRP injections.
I don't know with Shohei Ohtani, if he can read Minor well, not paying attention to him, you might see him try to steal third.
Taylor Ward doubled in his first at bat. Halos have out hit Texas 5-3, but still get to get that knock. The man in scoring position, down 4-0 here in the 4th. Pickoff attempt, Shohei diving back.
Look at the film of this Angel club. If you're the Rangers, you know that Ohtani has tried to steal third base a couple times. So that's why you're seeing him paying attention, bearing the looks. A spin move back at second as Ohtani's trying to time Minor.
2 balls and a strike. Shohei leading things off with his 18th double. One around. 2-2. Ohtani now 38 extra base hits. 53 runs batted in. .260 at-bats.
Pretty impressive.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Full count. Fernandez on deck.
Really paying attention to Ohtani. A long look to Alberto at second, and this might be another one of the potential pickoffs. Shohei Ohtani with that extra base hit. 10 extra base hits in his last 10 starts. Shohei Ohtani with 6 big flies in there also.
Ohtani, huge jump, the throw down and out at third base. Good throw by Robinson Chirinos as Taylor Ward works the walk.
Yeah, Shohei wants to have that checked. Put his hand up right away. He thought he beat it. Pretty big jump on that one. Chirinos got a lot on that throw. See if that foot is in there first. Looked like the foot got in there, and they're challenging right away.
The call.
Great view right here. Foot is in there.
Yep.
Unless it's disconnected, it stays on there all the way through. He's going to be called safe.
Yep. Good call by Andrew Bailey. The walk to Ward, the first one issued by Minor. This call gets overturned. Ohtani will have his 9th stolen base.
It's a big call right here. You have first and third with 1 out as compared to man on first with 2 outs. And right away, as soon as he slid in there, Ohtani put his hand up as if, hey, check that one. Great view, foot on the base, and then the tag on the shin. It should be fairly quick.
Well, we saw a review last night in the Boston
that's true.
Houston game that took forever that seemed to be a fairly simple call, but apparently not. A.J. Hinch certainly wasn't happy about the non-overturned call. And that was the only game being played at that time last night. Save is the call. Overturned. Brian Gorman, the crew chief. So 9 stolen bases for Shohei. Runners at first and third, 1 out for Jose Miguel Fernandez.
Getting closer and closer, potentially a 20 home run, 10 stolen base season for Ohtani. 19 home runs, 9 stolen bases. You know, he has 10 starts on the mound also for Shohei Ohtani, including 4 Ws.
Yeah, when people say position player alert, slightly different.
Yeah.
He's actually like an ace type guy.
Yes.
Fernandez grounded out his first time up.
Profar playing well off the bag allows Ohtani to get a bigger secondary lead going down third base line. It's a big run now to be able to get home here for the Angels. At least one here. Missed opportunity last inning.
1-1. Hernandez, this one back up the middle of base hit. Angels get on the board. Ward will turn and head to third. It's 4-1 Texas here in the bottom of the fourth.
And he's getting a chance to play against a lefty. Lines that one right back up the middle. Picks up an RBI. His 5th this season. Just like that, the spark plug, Shohei Ohtani's double, stolen base, scores the first run. Right in business again, first and third with 1 out. It's a good swing, great sound off the bat for Fernandez.
Good read by Ward to get over to the third base area. And here's Jose Briseño. First hit tonight for the Angels with a man in scoring position. Jose struck out looking into third. Off the plate, 1-0.
Briseño with good power, one swing of the bat, all of a sudden you have a brand new ball game. That's 3 home runs this season. Trying to get a pitch right here to lift in the air, get it deep enough at the very least. Bring the second home run of the game. Bring it home with Taylor Ward at third.
1-1. Downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike.
See what Minor's trying to do. He's trying to keep the ball in the lower part of the strike zone to get a ground ball. That 11 ground ball double plays turn behind him. 53 pitches, 34 of them strikes for Minor so far.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, Calhoun on deck. 2-2. Lays off. Full count.
Good job on that one. Break the ball in the dirt.
Fernandez doesn't go. This is a little flare. Shallow right going down. Alberto Chu comes in, goes into a slide, makes the catch, 2 down. It's played by Shin-Soo Chu. Wasn't playing deep.
1 point, a very good right fielder with an excellent throwing arm. DHing a lot more. Slides in, gets up quickly. Knowing how aggressive the Angels are as far as tagging up and trying to score.
So it's up to Cole, who had a single in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. 4-1 Texas. We're in the 4th. Angels have made Minor work in the last 2 innings. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 6 hits allowed.
See those numbers, last 26 games for Calhoun versus lefties. 308. First 50 is 149. His hands and his ability to cover the outside part. Tough pitch right there, though.
.24 pitches thrown by Miner thus far. 2-1 count on Calhoun. Ward standing at third. Fernandez who had the RBI single over at first. Three and one. Fletcher's on deck. Fernandez, not a big lead at all. So Miner decides to throw Cole here on a 3-1 count. Fastball in, tied him up, and it misses off the plate. They're loaded up for Fletcher. Not a bad idea, but Cole didn't offer at him. Second walk of the inning for Miner.
And even going back to that play by Brasinian, that fly ball to right field with Chu coming in on the baseball. Taylor Ward going to the area, he's a little bit further down the line, but even if he gets back to the base, that's a real short, easy throw for a left-handed throwing right fielder. No chance to be able to try to score on that one. He's always had a very good throwing arm, and that angle he was coming in on the baseball, even though he had to slide in to make that play, he was able to get up quickly, turn around. He was going to be in perfect throwing position and a very short throw from right field.
So it's up to Fletcher with the bases loaded. Fletch tried to hold up. One for two. The fly ball right in a single. Get on. Trout waits on deck. Quick to get somebody up in the pen for Texas. Up 4-1.
And very good. With runners in scoring position, with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Fletcher.
Ground ball foul. From a little breaking ball. It's 1-2. Outfield shallow. Gallo, DeShields, and Chu around from left to right. Taylor Ward standing at third base. Fernandez at second. Calhoun at first. 1 run in. One-two from Miner. Out to shallow center. Fly ball to Shields is there.
Not a fly ball outs against Miner.
Halos only get 1. It's 4-1 Texas as we head to the 5th. A whole lot to love. Top of the 5th here at Angel Stadium, the opener of this 3-game set against Texas. 7 games on this homestand, 3 against the Rangers, 4 against Seattle beginning on Thursday. And then it's back out on the road. The Angels down 4-1. Taylor Cole out for his 2nd inning of relief at a 1-2-3 4th, and he'll face Chu, Andrews, and Beltre for Texas in the 5th. First pitch in first strike. Chu has seen 2 pitches, well now 3 pitches tonight. Fly ball to right, single, and a 1-0 count, or 0-1 count, pardon me.
Infield set up for Chu to hit a ball on the ground to the right side of the infield. We mentioned how many hits he has the other way, the majority of in the air the other way.
Out to center. It's playable for Trout.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
1 out, nobody on for Elvis. At the American League West scoreboard, Houston beat Detroit for their 90th win. Oakland is idle tonight, so they pick up the half game. So Houston's leading the West now at 3 games.
It's a pretty emotional night in Detroit too, with Justin Verlander on the mound wearing the Astro uniform after all those seasons wearing the Tiger uniform.
I thought you were going to talk about the emotions of Lions fans getting beat up by the New York Jets. And deservedly so. Welcome to Detroit, Matt Patricia. This is over toward the hole, backhanded by Simba, off balance throw, and Fernandez has it.
What a play on both ends of that throw and catch. Simba, tremendous range. Jose Fernandez really getting acclimated to that first base position. That's not an easy scoop. What a play by Simba. Gets rid of it so quickly. The transfer, tough in between hop, scooped by Fernandez. How quick he got rid of that baseball, and a lot on the throw, and scooped very well. Fernandez at first. And Nicole liking that play by both.
2 outs for Beltre. Takes a strike. Just wrap it up on the scoreboard. Ji-Man Choi walked off for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Boy, as good as Cleveland is.
Hold on a second. There's more.
There's more?
Wait. There's more. With Oakland idle, Tampa Bay picks up a half game. They're 7.5 back.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading this correctly, Seattle's idle as well.
Yes.
So now they're tied with Seattle.
To walk off like that. That's G-Man against a lefty pitcher too, and Brett Hand. That bullpen for Cleveland, there's some pretty good arms down there, but it's struggled to close out games.
Yep. Mr. Hand. Beltre with a walk and a fly ball to center. Colorado walloping the Arizona Diamondbacks 13-2.
It's a big game for Colorado. I get the chance to pick up a full game on the Dodgers, who lost to Cincinnati again.
10-6. 3-1. Full count. Seattle, Tampa Bay, 7.5 back now. What a run the Rays have had. Payoff pitch. Beltre chops it foul. Seattle will be playing the San Diego Padres tomorrow. Rays play Cleveland again. Oakland will be at Baltimore.
Baltimore has really, really struggled.
That's a called strike 3. Down goes Beltre. First strikeout for Taylor Cole, who's faced 6 and retired all 6. Gilby.
Yeah, we talked a little bit even in the pregame show how good this defense has been during this stretch of the last 10 games. Once again, a great play by Simba in the hole. Perfect throw. Scoop by Fernandez. To you by a Ram Trucks. Mike Trout coming to play what he did in the field. 5-tool player reaches up and runs into the wall. The route he took, the angle, the distance covered. Mike Trout, solid defensive play for Trout out in center field and controlled that baseball as he ran into the wall.
Trout, Upton, and Ohtani for the Angels here at the bottom of the 5th with Minor on the bump. 67th pitch of the night. He's downstairs for ball 1. Mike, 1 for 2. Check swing single in the first and hit a baseball 109 miles per hour off the bat, lining it to the Shields in the 3rd. It's the beauty of this game.
You look at Trout's numbers versus the fastball and Minor's secondary pitches. Trout, good, real good numbers. 31 combined home runs, 317, 15 home runs versus fastballs. Minor's secondary pitches, 296.
2 balls, 1 strike.
His only out was that rocket to center.
Two on. Popped up. Foul territory. Guzman. Here Alfredo Griffin makes the catch. 1 down.
Gotten that cutter in a couple times against Trout.
Up to 0 for 2. A fly ball to center. The fielder's choice in the 3rd. Top part of the zone or thereabouts. Justin didn't like it. Fastball at 93 up and in. Hits him.
And he's hit some batters this season. 8 batters. Throwing that fastball in. Hit Trout down in Texas. Hits Upton in the tricep area.
So a man on for Shohei. He's 1 for 2. Double that Ohtani hit his 18th of the year. Scored the only run for the Angels. Picked up his 9th stolen base. First one, nope. Throw on the first again, up to easily back. Ohtani, first player to have 9 or more stolen bases, 10 or more pitching appearances in a season since Hall of Famer George Sisler back in 1915. The St. Louis Browns.
Wow.
Lifted out the left. Joey Gallo is there. 2 down.
Oh, he got some height on that swing there. Pretty good sound off just underneath it though.
You talk about a guy that just looks about as comfortable as he has ever looked in the batter's box. And perhaps it's everything to do or nothing to do with the fact that he didn't have to worry about anything other than hitting, getting ready to hit.
Doesn't matter if it's a right-handed pitcher or left-handed. If they pitch inside, throw them all speed.
Two outs now for Simba, who's 0 for 2, a ground ball, a fly ball to center. Fastball for a strike. Upton, by the way, hit for the 8th time this year. He's over at first. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit batter. 6 hits allowed for the Ranger left-hander. 0-1. Trying to leave with that swing.
Yeah, he tried to jump on that cutter. Simmons, pretty good numbers versus a fastball this season. And really good numbers versus Miner's secondary pitches. He tried to jump on that cutter. Tried to go fastball there after that good swing on the cutter. 294 versus fastballs this season for Simba, and 302 versus Miner's secondary pitch. That means all the extra pitches he will throw. You see those numbers. That's why he's been much better as far as driving even more home runs. 5.
Timmons, a little chopper towards short. They go to second. They force out Upton. That'll do it for the Angels. We're headed to the 6th. Texas on top.
Save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
Texas up 4-1 as we start the 6th inning. Taylor Cole so far since coming on in relief of Jaime Barria's done a nice job. He's faced 6 batters. He's retired all 6. He's expected to retire the next 3 in order as well.
Wow, there you go. I'll tell you what, his power changeup is a very good pitch for him. You got Beltre looking on that changeup to finish off the 5th.
Profar, Gallo, and Chirinos. Profar walked and scored in the 2nd, hit a fly ball to center in the 3rd. All 4 runs for Texas in that 2nd inning against Jaime Barria, who ended up lasting 3 innings. Popped him up. Shallow center. Simmons going out. 1 down. Hey, join the Angels this Saturday, taking on the Seattle Mariners. 6:07 is the first pitch. Stay and enjoy the post-game Saturday night fireworks show presented by Wells Fargo. Go to angels.com/promotions for the details.
The details.
The details.
Fireworks on Saturday.
Yep.
So 2 more of those then, right?
Correct. Saturday and the last Saturday.
Against Oakland's in town for that one, I think.
I think
right?
it falls on a Saturday, yeah.
It does on a Saturday? Since when? No
That's
way.
good.
I've been wrong the whole year.
Hold on, let me think about this. Yeah, it's a Saturday with Oakland in town.
Who knew?
It's been throwing you off all year.
Yes.
Head on out. Been calling it Saturday night fireworks show. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You know what? That's on me.
Yeah, it is.
I'll wear it.
It truly is.
Gallo, a 2 RBI doubled in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. I'm jotting down some notes right now as we speak. So
Remind yourself it's
enunciate a little bit better.
Saturday.
Saturday. Foul tip to the mid 1 and 2.
That's the day after Friday and the day before Sunday then, right?
Yeah, in most calendars.
Yes. All right, I'm all good now. I'm all set. All right.
Angels were in Arlington to play the Rangers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. And 2 weeks from today, they'll be here for a 3-game series on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wow.
Crazy. Funny how the schedule works. You're done going to Seattle by
Did we go to
week
3
1 of
weekends
June.
in Seattle, though, right, this season?
That sounds right.
Yeah, we were done with them in June, right?
Before
On the
they even
road.
came
Yeah.
here. 2-2. Gallo grounds this one to the shift. Fletcher out in shallow right. 2 down. I was talking to Grieve about this before the game, Tom Grieve, about the schedule and all that stuff. And he agrees that the very first month of the season and the very last month of the season, April and September, should all be played within the division.
Yeah.
Now you can't do it
Those
because
are
of the
interleague.
15-team leagues.
Yeah.
Interleague, you have to have an interleague game every day. But that's the way it should be.
At least the majority of the games within
Yeah.
your division.
Yeah. And for the Angels, it kind of plays out that way this year, minus the White Sox series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year, play the Yankees in
Yankees.
September.
Yeah. The old New York to Houston trip in September. Oh, what count on Robinson Chirinos, who's 0 for 2. Popped up. First base side. Taylor Cole is there. Or at least he's running around over there. I don't know if he
That's an interesting round.
Hey, he's retired all night.
Angels has been very good. Mike Trout to the wall, gets to that, holds on to it as he runs into that wall in center field, and Anderson Simmons showing that outstanding Gold Glove range at shortstop. One hop throw over to Fernandez to be able to get that out against Elvis Andrus going down the line. Simba dipped in gold at shortstop.
4-1 Texas. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. Mike Minor's back out on the mound. There is action in the Ranger pen.
He's definitely had some stress on him on the mound, that's for sure tonight.
Yeah, Halos have had some opportunities. 77 pitches in 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, one hit batter.
Yeah.
Angels 1 for 7 with men in scoring position tonight. Bottom third of the order in Ward, Fernandez, and Briseño. Taylor popping one up. Guzman going back, gets called off by Hanser Alberto. 1 away.
It's the 8th fly ball out tonight for Minor. We're only into the 6th inning.
Fernandez 1 for 2, RBI single. His last at bat. Bring home Ohtani.
Yeah, he lined that one right back up the middle.
Two balls, 1 strike. Three and 1. And a righty and a lefty going for Texas in their pen. Jeff Bannister, manager. That pitch was not a strike, according to the tracker we have.
Yeah, Mike Scioscia wants to know where that pitch was also.
Three-two, fouled off. Another payoff. A little flare out to left center field. Gallo is playing shallow as that ball slices back toward him. 2 down.
Another fly ball out for Minor.
Catcher number 10, Jose Briseño.
Briseño is 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the 3rd inning, hit a fly ball to right in the 4th.
Change up away.
No balls, 2 strikes. Briseño takes a called strike 3, and the Angels down in order the first time tonight. That Minor just sat the Angels down like that. For $25.99, watch every out-of-market regular season game plus get a free subscription to MLB At-Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this limited time offer. Taylor Cole is back out. 4th inning of relief. He's faced 9, retired all 9. And he's going to face Guzman, Alberto, and DeShields for Texas.
I think there was a possibility if Bree was able to get a little deeper in the game that Taylor Cole might have gotten the start tomorrow night, but very solid so far through 3 innings. It's that good power changeup. I really like that arm angle that Taylor Cole throws that changeup with.
Guzman, a 2-run home run in the 2nd, a fly ball to left in the 4th. One ball, 1 strike. Two-on count. Angels now with action in their bullpen. Cole at 33 pitches, 21 strikes. 1 strikeout, no walks. Williams Jerez getting ready. Three and 1.
Trying to get back into that strike zone now in a tough count. He's a guy with good power. Showed it earlier in the game.
And he'll take a strike. Wow.
Every sinker ball pitcher that ever pitched in this game is going, you know what? I'd take that for a strike.
It's one way to move the game along.
Yeah.
Beltre's reaction behind Bannister. 3-2.
Yeah, you're going to get that swing. That's a great changeup. That's a perfect pitch after a fastball that was called a strike the pitch before. Great changeup. As a hitter, you got to protect that lower part of the strike zone or close to that lower part of the strike zone. Perfect pitch, changeup, swing and miss. Couple strikeouts tonight for Cole, both on his changeup.
Alberto getting to start at second base tonight. He's walked and popped out. Two balls and no strikes. Looks like Mike Minor's night have come to an end, especially with the Angels sending up top of their order coming up in the 7th, the bottom of the 7th. To 1.
Porto playing second base tonight. Ignatador getting the night off. He's had some pretty good numbers of late against the Angels too. Not in the lineup here.
2-2.
That's a great changeup.
fastball down the right field line. Cole racing into foul territory. Nice effort. Gave it everything he had as usual. Comes up a little short.
I saw him running after that baseball. I'm thinking he has no chance of getting there, but you can never doubt Cole Calhoun dives into that warning track. Great effort. Boy, his head was still and eyes on that baseball all the way. What an effort.
The Shields on deck. Here's a 2-2 again. Foul of play. They got a piece of Briseño. Had a rough couple of days behind the plate. Texas with 4 runs, 3 hits, have stranded 3. The Angels 1 run, 6 hits, have left 8 on base tonight. And that is foul tipped into the mid. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cole.
Stays on top of this pitch once again. That changeup, very little rotation of seams. It's a great view of his changeup. So if we talk about spin rate, but a great changeup like that for Taylor Cole was an excellent spot.
The Shields 0 for 3 so far.
By the way, spin rate on that changeup for Taylor Cole, 1782. Very solid. His changeup is a plus pitch for him.
To 1. Top of the order coming up for the Angels and Calhoun, Fletcher and Trout. Once we get to the bottom of the 7th inning, it's 4-1 Texas. All 4 runs in that 2nd inning. 3-1. Bouncer to short. 2-hopper. A nice job by Taylor Cole tonight, calming things down. Gooby 12 up, 12 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. 6 innings of work, 6 hits, 1 run that was earned, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit batter. He was bobbing and weaving, but finished off strong, retiring the side in order in the Angels half of the 6th inning as Connor Sadzik takes over on the mound. The right-hander, 26-year-old Illinois native, pitching in the big leagues for the 5th time. 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 intentional. He's going to face the top of the order here. Calhoun, Fletcher, and Trout.
Going to get some early runners to put the pressure on.
Sadzik at AAA, 32 games, 5-3, with a 4.03 earned run average. Rangers' 11th round pick out of Howard College in Big Spring, Texas.
Yeah, he's got a power fastball. It's going to be 94 to 99 range. He'll throw a slider, curveball.
First one overthrown. 1 ball, no strikes. Cole 1 for 2. Ground out, single, and a walk. One.
That hard slider.
Halos faced him at back-to-back games on the 3rd and 4th. Gave up 2 hits in an inning and 2/3. Walked 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Just a 3-run deficit. 4 in the 2nd for Texas, 1 in the 4th for the Angels. Double by Ohtani, a stolen base at 3rd, and then a single by Fernandez.
He needs to be able to control his slider more, and it strikes him in his fastball so far.
Pulled down the line. It's a fair ball. Nice play by Guzman, diving to his right, or to his left, I should say. Robs Cole of extra bases. There's the first down.
One of those plays too, for a left-handed throwing first baseman, could hurt the wrist, and it looked like he bent that back when he got to this baseball. Nice play by him. Bends that wrist, recovered quickly, flipped it over to Sadzik, get that first out of the inning. So he bends that wrist back. Flip over to first base though.
David Fletcher tonight 1 for 3. Ball over to short. 2 down.
Couple pretty good defensive plays by the Rangers infielders in this inning.
Not a fly ball outs for Mike Minor, 2 ground ball outs for Sadzik.
Going back to my Hyundai key for this game. Another great road trip, try to carry that momentum back home. Back home again. Angels at 34-34 on the season at home, trying to get that late magic here at the Big A. Come back here against the Rangers. It's down by 3. Trout at the plate now, followed by Justin Upton if he gets on.
2 balls, no strikes. Upton on deck. Trout Farm's ready.
Good count to get one down there. Fastball upper part of the strike zone.
Yep.
Trino set that target upper part of the zone and was able to hit it.
Two one, little bouncer over the mound. Tough play for Elvis Andrews. That's an infield base hit, the second of the night for Trout. However you can get him.
Yeah. And a smile on his face. Laughing at Alfredo saying, yeah, it looks like a line drive twice tonight. That's 3 straight multi-hit games for Trout.
Up to tonight 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning by Minor. Ohtani on deck. I think Trout's on the move at some point.
And Trinos, we mentioned earlier, has had a tough time throwing out base stealers. Just 11% stolen base this evening for Ohtani against them also.
Doug Brocale is going to come out.
Imagine Upton will get a slider, and Upton's hit quite a few breaking pitches out for home runs, especially here at the big A of the right center field. Might get this 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball.
Alex Claudio had been warming up for the Rangers. He was already loose. Not sure the long conversation was needed, but Doug Brocale took up the allotted time. A 1-0 count on Upton. There's Claudio. Slow, slower, slowest. He would come on for Ohtani should Shohei come to the plate here in the 7th. Trout over at first, 2 out infield, base hit.
He's in that mode right now. He's pulling off the baseball for Justin Upton. Trying to turn on something on the inner half, but pitchers have been pitching him away a lot.
Big lead for Trout over at first, 1-1. Yeah, just staying away from him. To me, that'd be like a pitching coach coming out and saying, hey, listen, his swing is in one mode right now. Don't throw anything inside. Yeah. Especially with the slider, because that has a tendency to back up.
Yep.
Would you be surprised if you see anything other than
I would be shocked if he threw him anything but a fastball away.
Trout on the move. It's a breaking ball. Backhanded by Profar. Low throw, and Guzman has troubles with it. Trout's going to take third base. And so runners at the corners with 2 outs. Ohtani coming up, and more than likely he's going to face Alex Claudio.
Yeah, even though it's probably a play you're going to make at third base, it still was not the right pitch to throw. And credit Justin Upton, put that ball in play down the line on a slider. Profar gets at this baseball, gets rid of it quickly. Probably had a little bit more time than he thought.
Yep. That's going to be it for Sadzik. A pitching change. We are in the 7th. It's 4-1 Texas. 58th appearance for the left-hander, 4-2, and a 4.98 earned run average, 35 strikeouts, 12 walks, at 59 and 2/3 innings.
Lefties is .231 against Claudio this season. 1 home run allowed. This will be a pretty good challenge here for the reigning AL Player of the Week in Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the 4th. Also picked up his 9th stolen base. Trout's over at 3rd, Upton at 1st.
Well, if he's able to connect on one of these off-speed pitches and hit it out, this place is going to go crazy.
Slider, first strike. Oh, what for Claudio? Sweeping slider again.
Looks like they're going to stay away against Ohtani, force him to hit the big part of the ballpark. We know he can hit the ball hard to left field, left center field.
Gallo very shallow in left, DeShields shallow in center.
Shohei Ohtani's been swinging the bat much better with authority, driving the ball against left-handed pitching of late.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Claudio ready. Fastball away. That's his best bolt right there at 85.
Wasn't fully committed to throwing that fastball inside. Chirinos was set up inside. It was off the outside corner. Does he challenge him with a fastball again?
Left-hander ready, the 3-1. Ohtani pulls it down the line, foul.
And we go back to this week. A couple home runs versus lefty on that last road trip. One versus Minor and Rodon. Lefty at 94-mile-an-hour fastball went out to right center field in Chicago.
Upton's going to take off with his pitch. Full count of 2 outs. Here's the payoff. And that is lined to left field, a base hit, an RBI single. Trout will score. Upton on his way to 3rd. It's a 2-run deficit now. And a multi-hit game for Ohtani.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Shohei Ohtani. That ball was crushed on the line. Stayed back and lines that ball the other way. Didn't try to hit that ball out of the ballpark. Didn't try to pull it. Stayed back. And that sound off the bat. Great swing for Ohtani.
109 miles per hour off the bat exit velocity.
54th RBI.
There's Andrelton Simmons. Simbo for 3. That run gets charged to Sadzik. Unearned, however, because of the error by Profar. Upton had grounded out what should have been the 3rd out of the inning. Here's the 1-0. Off speed. Tried to wait back as long as possible. Only fouls it off. It's 1-1.
These are the spots that Andrelton Simmons has excelled over the last couple seasons for the Angels, with runners in scoring position. Coming in the game, 299.
It'll flare out the shallow right center field. Simmons unable to hold back. Fires the bat to the ground as the Angels get one. It's 4-2 Texas. We're heading to the 8th.
Right now down by 2 to the Texas Rangers. Kent and Jose back with you. Make sure you join us along with Alex Curry for Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. And Jose, we'll be talking about the pitching tonight. Jaime Barria has been very good as of late, but he struggled tonight. But thank goodness Taylor Cole coming in with 4 shutout innings.
Yeah, for Barria, it's a matter of just how accustomed to are the Rangers. I mean, the lefties, even though he comes in with an average against them, 214, you got to give credit to Guzman, to Gallo adjusting to that changeup, and then for Taylor Cole, what a nice outing and being able to throw strikes. Fearless and give the Angels a chance. It's only a couple of runs down.
Shohei Ohtani coming off the AL Player of the Week honors as well, having a big night. 2 hits, a run scored, RBIs. Look at Taylor Cole's numbers there. 4 innings, 12 up, 12 down as we send it back inside to the guys for the top of the 8th.
Nice line, French, as we start this 8th inning. New pitchers you mentioned. Williams Jerez, this will be his 10th appearance. No record, a 6 ERA. 8 strikeouts, 4 walks in 9 innings of work. Shin-Soo Choo, linesman and glove by a leaping Andrelton Simmons. Second fine defensive play of the night, 1 away.
Yeah, you can tell still a little upset about his at-bat, but he makes it up right away with a defensive play to start this inning. It's a great sound off the bat, perfect timing on the leap. Simba, another outstanding defensive play.
Was that Briseño leaping behind the plate as well with Andrelton Simmons?
Good coaching.
We got synchronized leapers now. I like it.
It is an Olympic event, isn't it?
Here's Elvis over 3. 3 ground ball outs. Beltre on deck. Good fastball. There we go. Ball hit. Let's jump together.
Oh, perfect.
Love it.
That may be a gold medal event right there.
Briseño obviously very happy that he landed the dismount. double fist bump. Love it.
We're even staring at each other right there. We did pretty good, didn't we?
2-1. Good off-speed pitch. 2-2. Fastball ripped out to right field. Cole has to get over there and cut it off. Does so. 1 out single, puts a man on.
Andrew's so good going the other way.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. One on, one out. Beltre walked and scored in the second. Fly ball to center in the third. Struck out looking in the fifth. Elvis 4 stolen bases. Been caught 3 times this year. Little looper out the shallow center. Trout comes on, makes a diving catch. 2 down.
Talked about it earlier. Trout is going to be in that conversation for Gold Glove in center field. Off the bat, it's a tough one to come in on. And first slides, able to get to that baseball before it hits that outfield grass. And we have a catch.
Now, if Briseño had taken a dive and rolled the same time as Trout, now we got some serious little business on the side there.
Yes,
the sideshow.
How about Trout going back on the baseball of the wall and then comes in on that one? That's a pretty good ground he's covered tonight in center.
Couple of infield base hits tonight for Trout. Profar spinning around to hit for the right side. He's walked, hit a fly ball to center and popped out.
All of a sudden you look up, Trout's hitting .318 now.
Profar doesn't like that call. Let's Trip Gibson know about it. Leclerc getting ready for Texas. Handles in the bottom of the 8th have Ward, Fernandez, and Briseño. No balls, 2 strikes. Leclerc has been closing some games out for Texas of late. 9 saves. Good lead for Andrews over at first. And checked in on. 0-2 count with 2 outs. Said take care of the guy at the plate.
It's a time where a runner anticipates potentially a break ball. Not a bad time to go, but if you're Perez there, you're thinking of the batter itself right now. That's your mindset to be able to finish it off this inning.
Snap throw to first. It's a high throw. Fernandez gloves it, but no play. Here's the 1-2. Andrews on the move. This is past Fletcher's glove. Andrews will end up over at third base. First and third with 2 outs. Joey Gallo coming up. Pretty good piece of hitting by Profar.
And with Andrews on the move. So was Fletcher, and it just by his glove and into center field. Yeah, it was a good pitch off the plate. Got him to chase it. Went right back up the middle, just by Fletcher.
Gallo tonight 1 for 2. 2 RBI doubled in the second. Walked in the third, grounded out in the sixth.
And going through a series of signs just in case they try that double steal where the throw would be. He's always felt the best throw is either you hold it or a fake throw to second and can be quickly to throw to third base. Profar 10 for 10 as far as stolen bases this season.
Gallo, big rip, fouls it back. They'll get that pitch down to the zone. There goes Profar. That was fouled back. Profar stopped. So I wonder if that was an attempt to perhaps be a double steal action.
Yeah, draw that throw. Getting him a rundown. See him right there. Stop. Most times when you do that as a baser and you're trying to draw you the throw to the back pick or throw it up the middle to an infielder.
Andrews the third, Profar at first. No balls, 2 strikes. Man, that's pretty close. 1-2.
Andrews well down the line at third base. His fastball 96, upper part of the strike zone, could have easily been called the third strike.
1-2. Profar takes off and ripped into right field, a base hit. Hung it off speed pitch. 5-2 now. Profar ends up at third. Gallo with a 3 RBI game. That pitch was up once again. So now a 3-run deficit once again.
Catcher number 61, Robinson Serino.
Yeah, that's one of those breaking balls you want to make sure that's not in the strike zone. And it got a lot of the strike zone credit Gallo for jumping on that high breaking ball. After not getting that call third strike on the fastball upper part of the strike zone, ends up resulting in a run.
So back-to-back hitters though. He's had 2 strikes on him. Did not finish off Profar at 0-2. Unable to finish off Gallo. Now Chirinos. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Still pretty good speed on the bases here for the Rangers.
Oh, 1. 0-2. Gallo with 3 bags. Been caught 4 times. Briseño asking for time. They're going to flash his signs once again. So another 2-strike count here, just trying to finish off this inning. Williams has allowed some runs over the last couple of outings. Does so here, trying to limit it to just 1 run. 5-2 Texas for the 8th. Oh, 2. Down and goes Chirinos. 1 run in for Texas. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Angels trailing at 5-2.
Break on a walk-off side for G-Man Choi in Tampa against Brad Hand of the Cleveland Indians. 1 on, down by 1. The 2-run home run for G-Man Choi. And his reaction coming towards the plate. Yes, he did. The walk-off variety. Former Angel, G-Man. Outstanding reaction there. They continue to play very good baseball. The Tampa Bay Rays.
Alex Claudio was back out. Gave up the hit to Ohtani. Then at Angelton Simmons, the sky went to center. Ward, Fernandez, Briseño due up for the Angels here in the 8th inning. Leclerc's ready to go if necessary. This is the last game of the night. Major League Baseball. Atlanta just finished off the San Francisco Giants 4-1.
And they have 5 games on the Phillies now.
Yep. Feeling pretty good about themselves. 80-64 for the young Bravos. The bouncer back to the mound. Taylor now 1 for 3 on the night. Here comes Jose Miguel Fernandez. He's had a 1 for 3 game. RBI single in the 4th inning. Underneath the hands. Good pitch. It's 0-2. Two down. And that's the frustrating thing about Claudio. Get you to expand the zone. Just ask Anderson Simmons.
Catcher number 10, Jose Bersenio.
Very tough to stay back. He's really one pitcher you have to think big part of the field. If you get in a pull mode, you're in trouble. Exactly what happened to Fernandez on that swing.
Jose's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right. Tozawa still loosening for the Angels. He'll pitch the 9th. 8-9-1 coming up for Texas. Ball and a strike. Halos more than likely will announce the starting pitcher for tomorrow after the game. Adrian Sampson going for Texas. Felix Pena will get the start on Wednesday against Giovanni Gallardo. Nice job by Taylor Cole tonight. 4 shutout innings, 12 batters up, 12 batters down. Kept the Angels in the game. Halos with opportunities tonight against Minor, just unable to capitalize. 2-1, chasing that off-speed pitch and trying to pull it. It's 2-2.
And going back to that, you just cannot have that mindset against them.
Off speed, rolled foul. Especially with the mindset of it's 85 for the best fastball. He's not going to beat you inside.
You can almost crowd the plate against him.
Still a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Cued back to the mound. Clowney with an easy 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th, we're off to the 9th.
The Angels 5-2 here, top of the 9th inning. Another pitching change for the Angel. Tazawa on the mound. 25th game, ERA 8.59 this season. 14 walks, 24 strikeouts in 22 innings. Tazawa always a very good fastball. Splitter also solid.
This will be his 3rd appearance since joining the Angels. Total of 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. No strikeouts and 1 walk. He's going to face 8-9-1 and Guzman, Alberto, and then DeShields trying to keep it a 3-run deficit. Just more than likely get Leclerc in the 9th. Although the way Claudio settled down, you could almost go with him. He has 1 save on the year. Ronald Guzman, the first baseman, 1 for 3. Had a 2-run home run in that 4-run second inning for Texas. 15th of the year. Check swing did not go.
You see his fastball 90-94 for Tazawa.
One ball, 1 strike. Tazawa making his major league debut back in 2009. He's a member of the Boston Red Sox. Now 32 years of age. That is ripped to right. Leadoff single to start this 9th inning, and Alberto coming up. Looks to me like Guzman, even just from, I'd have to go back to see last week's games, standing more up and down than before. He always seemed like more as a big guy crouched down, kind of that uppercut swing.
Yeah, he's trying to get himself in position to have better leverage, more straight up in his stance.
2 hits tonight for him.
Tall hitter who has a chance to really lift the baseball.
Alberto, the second baseman, 0 for 2. Showing bunt, pushes one on the first base side. Zawa's only placed at first and almost throws it away. A little double clutch action. Sacrifice puts Guzman at second.
A lot of times the most difficult throw for a pitch when you feel the ground ball is when you're still moving. You have plenty of time to set your feet there. That's why you see the high throw, to get yourself in position, set your feet, and stay athletic, stay low, and make that good throw to first base.
DeShields an 0 for 4 game. Fly out, strike out, a couple of ground outs. And that'll get by Briseño. And it'll put a man at third base with 1 out.
Splitter gets away from Briseño. Again, turning that glove, you want to turn it the other way around to keep that in front, move your body over. Try to backhand, that's a tough one to do. You got to turn that glove the other way around, a better chance to keep it in front of you.
Pass ball, Briseño.
Force the infield in now. Always a chance of a squeeze play.
DeShields handles the bat well.
Especially when you consider the fact that he's got quite a few bunts. 10 bunt hits, so he can bunt very well.
One showing bunt, pops it up. Briseño makes the catch almost. Man, he thought about trying to throw that ball to Simmons. That would have been unbelievably awesome.
There was your dive you were looking for earlier.
No barrel roll, though.
No. Good play by Briseño on that pop-up.
Right fielder, number 18, Drew Robinson.
Literally, Guzman goes back to third base.
So 2 outs. Here's Drew Robinson. First plate appearance. He took over defensively for Chu in right field in the bottom of the 8th. 186 hitter through 41 games. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. 1-0. Angels at the top of their order coming up in the 9th. Calhoun, Fletcher, and Trout.
Gary Pettis having that quick conversation with Guzman over at third base. Speaking of Gary Pettis, congrats to his son Dante. Pettis scored a touchdown yesterday for the 49ers. Rookie out of Washington.
Nice. Elvis Andrus on deck. 3-0 now. 4-pitch walk with 2 outs. Elvis comes up, picked up his first hit of the night in the 8th inning. Scored that 5th run for Texas. Was on the single by Joey Gallo. First one to Elvis. 1-0. Twelve pitches thrown by Tazawa. 7 balls, 5 strikes. That's out to right center field. Hit well. Trout racing back to the warning track and near the wall will make the catch for the 3rd out. Nice play by Trout. He's had a terrific game defensively. He's due up 3rd. Calhoun will lead things off with the Angels down 5-2. And the Texas Rangers. Jose Leclerc takes over. Mentioned he's been getting the opportunities of late. He's got 9 saves on the season, 54th game, 2-3 record, and a 1.74 ERA. He's been the guy they've gone to since the trade of Keone Kela to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And he's been throwing the ball very, very well. Fastball, very firm at 93, 98. Although he's got a great changeup, curveball. And go back to that last inning was Tony Beasley, a third base coach for the Rangers, thinking of Gary Pettis. We'll see him coming up pretty soon when the Astros come into town.
Yeah, football on the brain.
Yeah,
is what
football
it
on the
was.
brain. I was so pumped up when I saw that because I've known Gary for a long, long time. Saw that he scored a touchdown, a great play for the 49ers.
Cole, 1 for 3, single and a walk. One ball, 1 strike. Leclerc, 24 years of age, 12 games in 2016, 47 games last year. Had a couple of saves, but 9 this year. One or two.
Tell you what, when you look at percentages of pitches thrown for Leclerc, 43% fastballs, even though he's got that firm fastball, upper 90s.
One-two pitch. Fastball upstairs. 97. Evens up the count. Fletcher on deck, then Trout. Will get any further, it's Upton. Shohei due up 5th. Trino's trying to bring it back into the zone. It's a full count.
Just looking for some base runners, create some stress.
Here's the payoff. Cole fouls back.
Well, he has been real good against the Angels too, so it's a tough task here. Try to get that tying run to the plate at some point. 5 innings pitches, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks, 4 saves. That batting average against him, .063.
Another payoff. Now back, good hack. David Fletcher waits on deck, trying to get that leadoff man on board. Cole strikes out for the first out here in the 9th with a breaking ball.
Great location on a 3-2 pitch. As a hitter, you're thinking, I'm going to get something as far as a firm fastball there. First batter of this inning. Instead, slider. Great location off the plate. If he makes contact, it's going to be pull foul.
Fletcher takes a strike. David 1 for 4, had a single back in the 3rd inning. 8 hits for the Angels, 7 for Texas. Angels have stranded 10 men tonight. 1-1. Bottom part of the zone, 1-2.
Occasionally will overthrow that fastball. That one at 97. When you see a fastball like that, he's trying to come right back to his changeup.
Lays off. Full count. Back-to-back batters. Bannister, Brocale just looking on. 3-2 to David. And a one-out walk. Puts a man on. Trout will come to the plate. Good plate appearance for Fletcher.
Yep. Times on base again today with a single and a walk.
Trout 2 for 4, 2 infield base hits and a run scored. Takes a strike. Pitcher's pitch there. Paying that one on the outside part of the plate.
Trout 10 for his last 15.
In the dirt. Fletcher's not going anywhere. You better make absolutely sure you can't give away outs now.
Yeah, unless you can walk the second on that one, you got to make sure that ball is far enough away from Torinos.
Breaking ball, foul back. A little bit of a hanger too.
Yeah, back up slider, jammed him.
Upton on deck. Fletcher over at first with one down. 1-2.
It's pretty interesting if he throws him a changeup. Trout is very, very good on a changeup. No matter how good it is. Let's ask Chris L with the bases loaded on a 3-2 count. Shook off to a changeup, it looks like.
It's a 2-2 pitch. Check swing up the third base line. Chirino spins around, throws out John. I was going to say, he's going to make it a trifecta.
He's going to try it again. Would have been some serious distance for his 3 hits tonight.
Halo's down to the last out here.
Was that all-speed pitch inside enough? He did a nice job of getting out of that catching position and get to that baseball quickly. Otherwise, if the clerk's got to field it, that's going to be another hit for Trout.
Up to tonight 0 for 3. Ohtani on deck. Breaking ball, foul back. Can't even have a ball to strike now. And in scoring position. Leclerc's 1-1. Fastball challenge him right after him. 1-2.
Trying to give Shohei Ohtani a chance to tie it up. Jay Up can get on base here.
One, two. And he got him to chase the slider. Chirinos will apply the tag. The Angels drop the open of this three-game set by the final of 5-2.
In that 4-run second, a little bit too much for the Angels to overcome. Had some chances, though, unable to capitalize with some runners in scoring position. Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, Joey Gallo. 2 for 3 with a double, single, a walk, and 3 RBI as Texas wins game 1 of this three-game set. 5-2.
5-2 the final in this one. Angels now 71-73 going into game 2 of this three-game set tomorrow. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.